So here we are. It is Saturday, November 1st, 2025. We've made it to November, winding down the year, and I think we're going to see some really big events take place this year in the next couple months. So keep your eyes open, exercise situational awareness, and pay close attention to what's going on in this country, because we're going to see some events, in my opinion, unfold here. A couple articles I want to share with all of you today, of course, regarding the economy. Feel free to comment down below. Please like this video, share this video and all my videos, and please make sure to subscribe. Just got done a little while ago cutting some grass on the property. Got a couple acres done today. I highly recommend, if you're looking for a zero turn, these bad boys are absolutely phenomenal. Just an incredible machine. Got a lot of grass cut today. Still have some work going on in the house today. We're doing some minor electrical work right now. Hopefully that's going to get wrapped up. And then Monday, we continue with more work. Just seems to never end. But the house is coming along. It looks a lot better. It's much more livable. And we're just trying to upgrade some things and correct a few issues, but the house is absolutely beautiful. We love it. Plan on being here for quite a while. Redfin News: only 28 out of every 1,000 U.S. homes changed hands this year, the lowest turnover in decades. 38% fewer homes sold this year than during the health crisis peak. More homes are being listed in 2025 than in the past 2 years. We're going to see big trouble in the housing market. We're already seeing an apocalypse in commercial real estate. Residential now is under a lot of pressure. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. It's not mortgage rates, it's prices. People cannot afford the prices of these homes. And on top of that, now we have a labor crisis. People are losing jobs. People cannot replace those jobs. They're not finding jobs as easy as they once did. And certainly wages are not keeping up with inflation, as home prices have gone up or remained elevated, coming down in some areas, but still way too high. I made an offer on a house over the summer, and it was a very good offer. And it was an all-cash offer, quick close. I think the close was 14, 18 days, all cash. And it was a very good offer. And I'm glad I didn't buy that house, and I probably would not have closed the escrow on that house once I saw some of the issues that I was told that it had. But maybe I would have bought it, who knows. But I made a very good offer on a house. They snubbed their nose to it. This house now has been on the market for nearly a year. It was in escrow for 2 weeks, just fell out about 2 days ago. And now the listing price is not that far off from the offer I gave them. So we are seeing prices coming down, and sellers who should have taken good offers over the summer and didn't, they're now chasing the market down, and it's going to be very costly. I would be shocked now to see if they could get the amount I was willing to pay for that house. I'd be shocked if they could get it. And I don't think that they're going to get that kind of cash offer now. So anyways, it worked out. I left it in God's hands, and we got this house instead. And I love this house. It's a fantastic house. Feel really comfortable here. A lot of you have commented. A lot of you said I seem more relaxed, more calm being at this house. I think you're right. I'm sleeping really good. I always do sleep good, but this house, I really sleep good. And, you know, when you just look out, I have absolutely no neighbors as far as the eye can see. I'm just surrounded by land, and it's just very nice to sit here, look at the water, look at the trees. It's really great. I feel blessed. Thank you, Lord. Another article today: Starbucks can't get customers to stay despite costly cafe makeovers. They've invested a lot of money making over their cafes. There's obviously Starbucks everywhere. There's a Starbucks, I don't know, 20 minutes away from here. and another coffee company right next door to this Starbucks. So you have Starbucks and a new coffee company. It's I don't know, I think a privately owned chain opened up right next to them. They opened up. They told me that they did this, I think, in the Phoenix area, and they buried Starbucks, put them out of business in 2 weeks. I mean, excuse me, 2 months. And now they did the same thing out here, and there's nobody at the Starbucks. They're all at this new coffee chain, which is much cheaper, much better, better service, probably better politics, and they're busy. And Starbucks is not. And so probably in the next couple months, 2 to 6 months, that Starbucks will be gone too. I've never been a fan of Starbucks, don't support them. But they are low quality coffee, bad politics, and high prices. And people now said enough. I've got choices. I've got other options. So they're taking them. Here's another one today from The Hedge. The real ghost of Halloween, inflation. We talked about this yesterday. So what was spent on Halloween? Well, $13 billion just in the United States. It said here, 7 in 10 adults said they would be celebrating Halloween, dressing up in costumes, trick-or-treating, decorations. This is, I mean, almost embarrassing as an American to think that 7 out of 10 adults is celebrating. First off, to me, it's a demonic holiday, and it's typically celebrated by kids. But this is, I think, one of our big problems here in America. We have adults now who act like children, who want to be children, want to wear costumes, dress up as Superman and Batman. I mean, we're talking about people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s acting like this. This is unbelievable. I wonder how many of these people, 7 out of 10, going to celebrate Halloween. I wonder how many know what the price of silver is, an ounce, price of gold, barrel of oil, what the Fed's fund rate is, what the stock market's doing, what the retail numbers are doing, what real estate's doing. I wonder if they really, I mean, what their politicians are doing, what's going on with their pension, is their money safe in the bank? I mean, people are living in absolute fantasy land at the worst possible time. They are going to pull the plug on this whole thing, and when they do, it's going to be people dressing up as Batman, people dressing up as Spider-Man, Aquaman, whatever. These are the people that are going to wake up one day and realize that they're absolutely finished. These are the people that will easily be replaced by AI, the people who are going to be completely 100% dependent on the system to feed them, house them, and protect them. Don't be one of these people, ladies and gentlemen. If you're spending your money on Halloween, you are the sheep, and you're going to be in very, very big trouble. Another one today. Oh, snap. Judges ordered the administration to use emergency funds for food assistance. We talked about this yesterday. So this basically, it looks to me like saves Congress, takes all the pressure off Congress. We have a Congress that just cannot, work out a deal, can't negotiate a deal, can't come to terms, can't do anything for the American people. So we have a judge come in and basically take all the pressure off of Congress because Congress can't do anything. But it's interesting. Comment down below on this. Who's running the country? Is it the administration or is it federal judges? Who's really running the country here? And do you think that this judge was right? This is a question. Do you think the judge was right to do this, to step in, prevent some serious problems starting this weekend, to feed people that may have needed the food while many didn't need the food? I mean, when you look at the people on government subsidy, on food stamps, EBT, no judgment here, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm observing, okay? I'm watching a lot of videos last night on these people threatening to go, crazy at grocery stores and Walmarts and parking lots and all that if they don't get their food stamps. And I mean, some of these people are damn near over 400 pounds. Again, not judging because I'm just observing, but this is not healthy. We're supporting people to get to 400 pounds, and many of these people making these threats about getting their food stamps, I would say 90% of them were severely severely obese. And I pray for them. They could get off the couch today. They could start training today. They could change their lives today. They could start, just moving, getting on a diet, doing a little exercise, and bettering their lives. But they probably won't. But again, it's an observation. It's not criticism. It's an observation. But I mean, wow, these people have been eating a lot of food, and we're paying for this so that people can, eat cupcakes and drink Coca-Cola and eat candy bars. And it really needs to come to an end, because these people obviously cannot control themselves, and we're supporting their obesity and their very unhealthy lives. I think I mentioned this a day or two ago, talking to this woman who worked at a dollar store near our house, and she literally just went off talking about how many of these people were rushing in to hurry up and use their EBT before it got shut off, and how these people looked very healthy, young. She said these people should have no issue getting a job, and she said that God's going to deal with these people. That these people are absolutely taking advantage of the system, and God is going to deal with these people, because what they're doing is a complete sin. And I agree with her 100%. And this is a woman that was, I would guess, in her late 60s, out there grinding, out there hustling at a dollar store. God knows what she makes out here in Southern Alabama, maybe $10, $12 maybe. And I give her props. She's out here grinding it out and not taking, food stamps. But maybe these are the people that need some help, but they're not getting it because they're actually working, so they don't get any help. But again, I mean, these people, there's people in this country, man, they're getting fed up with it. They're keeping it real. They're out grinding, hustling, and they see that there are people just sitting on the couch all day doing nothing, not even making an effort, and they're getting free money, free food, free housing. A really good article today from The Hedge titled "No Way Out." If you get 10 minutes, please check it out. Very, very good. I'll go over some of the highlights here. The Fed's balance sheet reduction has ended. The same central bank that insisted it could unwind trillions of dollars in emergency asset purchases now quietly concedes that those assets are not going anywhere. The Fed bought trillions of dollars in mortgage-backed securities, driving mortgage rates to levels that helped inflate a gigantic housing bubble. These securities are now underwater, ladies and gentlemen. The Fed is trapped between inflation and insolvency. Raise rates further, and its portfolio losses deepen while financial markets buckle. Cut rates aggressively, and inflation revives before the public has forgotten the last round. The system has become dependent on cheap liquidity. Withdrawing that support risks revealing just how fragile this structure really is. The one that the structure that they tell us is fine, it's safe, the economy, the banking system, the economy, the financial institution, everything is fine, everything is safe. But you and I know that the structure is crumbling, the foundation is extremely weak. The Fed is stuck with the choice it made, and the rest of us are going to be stuck with the consequences of those choices. There is no going back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there's any way of getting out of this. I think we have hit the iceberg. The ship is taking on water now. Some people are dancing to the music. Others are preparing and trying to get to the lifeboats. And many people are just not going to make it out of this ship. They tell us, the Fed tells us weekly, they have the tools. If things get a little dicey, they get a little bumpy, they have the tools to deal with it. They do not have the tools to deal with this disaster, period. They do not have the tools to deal with this disaster, and you have got to realize that. Stop dancing and listening to the music, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready, get to a lifeboat, because the ship is going down. We are taking on water as I speak. Amazon to replace 600 100,000 jobs with AI and robots. This by 2033. And they're estimating that America could see 10 million jobs wiped out by the year 2033 by AI and robots. And if you're not preparing, if you're not adding assets, if you're not adding skills, you could be in very, very big trouble. What we're going to see in this country at some point are going to be very, very long bread lines, food lines. Call them whatever you want, but you're going to see a lot of people standing in line for food. And if you go by a food bank, which we've gone by many, the lines were very, very long. And we're going to see in the next few years in this country, they're going to be record-breaking. Office REIT with 17 million square feet portfolio files for bankruptcy. Office Properties Income Trust, managed by Massachusetts RMR Group, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in Texas this past Thursday. This is a REIT with 17 million square feet in their portfolio filing for bankruptcy. Not good. Not good. Not looking good. We're in big trouble every which way in this country. And I can sit here and we can talk for hours of just how bad the condition of this country is, the economy, the condition of our society, of our churches. But what's really the solution? I don't think there's much we can do to stop it. I think, we have to be aware of what's going on. We have to pay attention. We have to be conscious of what's going on. But what we can do is prepare individually. We can prepare our families by putting a little bit of food and water away. Well, put as much as you can away. You should have a lot. Adding skills, having barterable items, having gold, having silver, putting this stuff away, knowing how to protect yourself. These are all important things to be doing right now. The ship is taking on water. There's nothing we can do at this point. All you can do is save yourself, save your family, save the circle of friends you're with, work together. We are heading into very, very bad times. And so you need to do whatever you need to do to put the odds in your favor to survive this. And for me, that's walking close to God, that's having security, that's having food and water, barterable items, gold, silver, having cash put away. For me, buying a small ranch and having water and food here and a much more secure piece of property, this to me was vital. And I know not everybody has the means to do that. You might live in a condo, you might live in an apartment, you might live, in a garage, you might be renting a room, you might live in Newport Beach in a 12,000 square foot estate. Wherever you live, you got to be doing something at this point to protect yourself, to protect whatever money you have, to protect your future, to protect your kids, your family. This stuff is so important to be doing right now. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is imperative that we are all doing something right now for our families, for ourselves. To sit here and say, well, I'm going to leave it in God's hands, or, I just hope it doesn't happen. That is a bad strategy. I'm here to tell you right now, God is trying to wake you up. Many of you are very awake, more awake than I am. But for the people out there who don't get it right now, God is trying to wake you up. And if you don't listen, if you're not building your own ark right now, and you should have been doing this years ago, you're going to suffer severe consequences. You really, really are. And it's already too late for millions of people because they're broke and there's no way they can even prepare at this point. And to those people, my best advice would be praying daily, be walking close to God, be asking for direction, be praying for a miracle. God can open doors. But right now, a lot of people are not going to do that because they're just not humble and they're going to just wing it. They're going to continue to doom spend. They're going to continue to party to the music while the ship sinks. And by the time they hit the water, it'll be too late. And it's going to be a disaster in this country, unfortunately. but I make these videos so that we can at least soften the blow a little bit, lighten the pain when it happens. It's going to be rough for everybody. I don't care where you live, how much money you have. It is going to get rough because you're not going to want to leave your house. You won't want to go into a big city. You're going to have to be very careful if you're buying groceries, driving a car, you have a certain one. These are all things already that are happening and people don't see it. So be careful out there. Looks like we avoided some problems this weekend potentially. I don't know if there's going to be enough money to fund all of this government subsidy, all of this food, SNAP, EBT. I don't know if they're going to have enough money to fund everybody. Will it be partially? I don't really know. We'll see how it plays out. But we're not out of the woods yet. And if we are going to leave our futures to federal judges to save us, again, they're running out of time. They don't have the tools like the Fed. They don't have the tools. And maybe a federal judge can buy time. But at some point, the inflation is going to get so bad that those EBT cards, that food stamp money just isn't going to buy that much. And so these people are going to lose the money one way or another. They're going to lose it through this administration, or they're going to lose it through inflation. And when they do, and that day is coming, these people are coming to your grocery stores, they're coming to your Walmarts, they're coming to those parking lots, and then eventually when they're done with that, they're coming to your house because they don't care. They think that you have to give them something because you have more than them. So they depend on you. And if you don't give them something, they're coming to take it. So be aware of that. This is just a warning sign. It's already showing you where this is all going. And if you cannot take care of yourself and your family, they will be victims of this. Be careful out there. Have a good weekend. Be preparing. God bless every one of you. I want to thank every one of you for tuning in, all the prayers, all the mail in the past. Please don't send any mail to my old P.O. box. I'll try to get a new one set up shortly. But to the people who have over the years, thank you so much. And again, all the prayers, all the support, really, really do appreciate it. None of this is possible without all of you. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good weekend. Be safe out there. God bless.